Hi, everybody. It is Mr. Schultz and Mrs. Kreitz. This is week 2 of remote learning, and I am going to go ahead and get started. We're going to go over language arts and also social studies. So, pretty good participation in week 1. We're near the 75% in language arts. Social studies, we need to get up there a little bit more. But I think with that first week out of the way, we will get closer to that 100% participation. Okay, so again, all of you will get this agenda and Remind and also on Google Classroom. So I'm just going to start with the first activity. So first, vocabulary. I'm going to show you the page real quick because I did have some questions. So there's a video. These are vocab cards. These are just things that are going to go over some of the words they covered in the video. The vocab game, again, that's something that's just for fun. The two that I'm really worried about that I want you guys to do are the the video, the read and respond, and the quiz. Okay. Those 3 areas are really important. The lyric lab is just something fun. You're making rhymes and that kind of stuff. So that's just stuff that's fun for you guys to do. So vocabulary, again, you just log on and that assignment will be to you on Monday. Okay. I also have put in our Google Classroom, when you'll see it on Monday, I put a theme lesson. It's very short. It's 15 minutes, just covering theme and reviewing what that is. Tuesday. This was one day that we did not have a lot of participation. MobyMax, 30 minutes. We did have an assignment last week. We will not have an assignment this week. Just pick anything in the reading section that you would like to do, and please be on MobyMax for 30 minutes. Remember, set a timer, and when that 30 minutes is done, you log off. Wednesday will be ReadWorks. It seemed like that went pretty well. You just log on using your Google, and there will be an article with questions. Okay, Quizlet. Quizlet was sort of an issue. So for your Quizlet, when you click the link, I have sent your parents and I put on Google Classroom. Okay. If you are having issues with Quizlet, meaning it asks for your parents' email, okay, and by the time you see this, you don't have a chance to get your parents' email, just use this email that I put on Google Classroom, and you should be able to log in with no problems. I have quite a few of you that are in already, so that's a good thing. Also, journal entry. Okay, in paragraph form, you will name 3 things you enjoy about remote learning and 3 things that you dislike. So you're going to write 6 sentences. Okay, and then that will be in your classwork section. On Friday, you will have a theme assessment. It will be a lot like the assessment you did for genre, except it will be based on theme. And then, of course, for extra practice, you are going to read for 15 minutes. So this is our week. I will tell you that every week's going to be pretty much similar. So I think with us having such a successful first week, I think it will just get better as we move on. Okay. Moving on to social studies. This is one area that I think I'd like to see a little more participation, and it could be because we're a little confused. Okay. So every single day, there is going to be something, except Fridays, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you are going to have something to fill in on your Google Slides. Okay. So again, if you have not found your Google Slides, that is in the 5 themes project right here. And there are 3 options in there, 3 different items for you. There's the rubric. There is the chapter with the 5 themes that you need to use, especially on Monday. And then there is the actual slides. These are copied to you. A video that Mr. Kaufman did with a little more detail is right here. It kind of talks about how to cite your sources and where to get pictures and stuff. If you have not watched that, I suggest you do. A lot of you have done a nice job, but there are still several of you that have not started this project. So, for example, okay, I'm doing Monday. Okay, that's define geographic theme of place. So I need to define what place means. So when I go into my slides on Monday, I'm going to put what that definition is. Now, this is where your textbook comes into play. When I go to my textbook, okay, I'll get to the right page here. Okay. I'm going to write the definition of place, which is right here, okay? It's on 16 of the PDF. It's on page 15 of your textbook. I'm going to take this definition and I will write it on Monday. That's part 1. Part 2 is what are the natural resources found in the country, okay? So when you do that, you use that website that Mr. Kaufman showed, okay? And then on Tuesday, you answer the questions. What cultural groups are found in the country? What religion or religions are practiced in the country? So when I'm on my slideshow, I type the answer on the day. Some of you made it paragraph form. That's okay, but it's much easier to see if you did it when you keep it on these lines, okay? Wednesday, what holidays, traditions, or customs are important to understanding the country, and describe the type of government that exists in the country and the economy, okay? And then on Thursday, include 3 interesting facts about the country's government. So those 4 days are going to be focused on these slides. So if you have not started your week 1, you have some catching up to do. You need to catch up on those days, which is available on Google Classroom, all the questions, and on the agenda that was sent last week. Make sure you catch up on those because those are going to be for a grade. On Friday, okay, you will do a 3-2-1 chart based on CNN 10. I have linked CNN 10 in here, okay? You'll watch the video and then give me a 3-2-1 chart, which is located right here, and it will be in your classwork section. So here is one place where you will be able to find your assignments. And also, every single day, Mr. Schultz will post the assignments, okay? He will post the assignments. So they will show up with an explanation very, very similar to what I'm doing today. So make sure you check those areas for your assignments for the week, okay? So those are my assignments. I will see if Mrs. Kreitz is ready to go.
I am ready to go.
Okay. All right. Mrs. Kreitz is up.
Well, first of all, I want to say you guys did a great job with the first week. Had some great questions, which is awesome. And so I'm going to go ahead and get started with my homeroom classes agenda for math. And then we will do Mr. Schultz's. So I think on the screen, you should see my homeroom classes agenda for week number 2. We are getting really good about logging into the math book if we need to, but if you still need your username and password, please reach out to me. Most of you are working in your actual books, and that is fantastic. I like that. On Monday, you're going to see another great video created by me going over the fundamental counting principle. There is an exit slip. This is one area where some of us are struggling, turning in that exit slip, making sure that you send it into me, because that's one of the things that I kind of is noting as figuring out your grade for the week. So please make sure that you're turning in those exit slips to me. On Tuesday, we have another video from Math Guide about fundamental counting principle. And then here's the pages that you need. And then the self-check. Please make sure you're doing that as well. Wednesday, we're going to start talking about permutations. Here is another great video that I've created for you, and 9 problems for you to work on, and another exit slip. Please make sure that you've done the work, though, before you do the exit slip, because it may say, what is the answer to number 4 on page 769? And so that way I can kind of see that you're really practicing these things. So make sure that you've got the work done before you do the exit slip. On Thursday, there's another review video about permutations and some more practice for you and a self-check. These self-checks are going to be really useful for you to prepare for that quiz on Friday. And that's what you're going to see in the grade book, is that Google Form quiz on Friday. And remember, tomorrow you'll have yours to take, and you can find that on last week's math agenda. And I also will share it again as another assignment, so you can find it towards the top of the list tomorrow morning. But please make sure this is kind of your guide every single day. You should be opening up this lesson plan and seeing exactly what do I need to do. Most of it's done right in your math book, which is great, or you can use the online version if you like that better. But please make sure that you're looking at it every day. And as Mr. Schultz says, I try to put some helpful hints in the announcements as well, but I really want you making sure that you're checking out this learning lesson plan every day. So let's move on to Mr. Schultz's class. And they're working on the area of a triangle this week. Again, here at the top is the login to your math book if you don't have your actual copy of your math book. On Monday, you get to see a fabulous video created by me. And I have to apologize. The first like 5 seconds, it sounds like dead air and you can hear my dogs barking in the background, but just be patient because it does start. You know, Mr. Schultz probably would know how to cut that part out of his video, but I didn't know how to do that. So you can enjoy a little noise of the dogs barking in the background. The exit slip, just like I told my class, super important that you're doing those when I have them listed. Click on it after you've done your practice, so that way I know that you've been on and you're doing okay with things. On Tuesday, Mrs. Van Dyson found a great math antics video for you to watch, and you have 6 questions to work on, and of course, some Moby Max. On Wednesday, the Connect Ed videos, and to be able to see those, you do need your username and password. So if you don't have that yet, please make sure that you contact me. Thursday, just kind of a fun song about triangles for you to listen to. A great chance to practice that self-check before the quiz on Friday, and an exit slip. So make sure you do that Thursday exit slip, so that way we can kind of see how are you doing with your assignments. You can actually still be working on a little bit of Wednesdays on to Thursday. If you need a little bit more time, you definitely can do that. And then on Friday, that Google Form quiz, please make sure that you're taking that on Friday. You can get it right to it from this link here, or you can also, I will try to share it out in the morning of Friday so you can see it there as well. You don't need to take it twice though. But remember, that's kind of the tool that I'm using to see, have you worked really, really hard in math this week? So I'm hoping for some great results about parallelograms tomorrow. So let's talk about science. And in science, we're going to continue talking about ecosystems. We're finishing up lesson 1 on Monday and Tuesday. And you can see here, we've linked the readings for you so you can find out where that's at. And you, so if you logged into Teach TCI, that's a great place to be able to see the readings. And then to answer the questions, you have to go to Google Classroom. I've shared the resources for you for the week. And this time, those of you that were a little bit unsure of my order last week will be happy to hear I put them in the right order, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and so forth. So make sure that you're going to Google Classroom and you're actually answering the questions there for me to be able to see them. And then Tuesday, you read section 5, answer the questions. And then on Wednesday, you guys are going to be starting lesson 2. So you start off with the vocabulary chart that I shared in Google Classroom. And I decided to make sure that everyone has the same thing this time so that I can see it a little bit easier. So you'll find that in Google Classroom. And Thursday, you will see lesson 2, the introduction, and also the section 1. And then there's questions for you to answer again. And then, of course, the week 2 assessment. So please make sure that you're taking those assessments on Fridays, because if we don't see them by Monday afternoon, then we do contact families just to make sure that they're aware that you have not taken those quizzes and assessments yet, because we want you guys to be so successful with this remote learning. And I can tell you in this first week that I have learned so much. I've learned a lot about my own technology. I've helped so many of you in our Google Hangouts. And I really want you guys to take advantage of that time, because today I had some good conversations about probability with some students, and a lot of it was spent getting kids logged on. But please make sure that you're reaching out, because Mr. Schultz and I have to put a grade in every week. And we want to make sure that you're doing the work so that you can do really well on that, so that you can see that at the end of the quarter. But you'll be able to see how you're doing with everything. But the first week, I think we did okay for the first week.
Yes, we did. And just saying exactly what Mrs. Kreitz said. That tells, those assessments tell us if you are comprehending exactly what we're doing. So make sure that you guys are doing those, and or there will be phone calls. And we do like calling your parents, but we don't want to be calling about not doing work. We want to be calling about how great you're doing.
Exactly.
So, Mrs. Kreitz, do you have anything else?
No, besides that, I can't wait to see all of them tomorrow at our class meeting at 1:30.
I was just going to say, please, we would like every single student to join the class meeting, even if it's just for the first 10 minutes, just so we can go over some things. But we do like those class meetings so we can see all of you and hear about your weeks. So, all right, this is the agenda week 2, and we appreciate you guys watching this. Have a great day.
Have a wonderful day. Bye.
Bye-bye.